Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. Back when Max first launched as HBO Max, I was rather critical over the selection of Cartoon Network series that were on the platform. I said this in a video at the time, but I felt like if you're making your own streaming service as Warner Media or Warner Brothers Discovery now, you should have everything that you've ever made on there, because otherwise, what's the point? In my opinion, if you're a media giant or a network that's creating your own streaming service, the point of it is that you are using this as a way for people to watch your entire library of programs, all of the programs from the past, future, and present. But for whatever reason, Warner Brothers Discovery, or rather it was Warner Media at the time, when they launched HBO Max, they did not have every Cartoon Network show on there. They had a select handful of shows, which were a wide variety of series at the time, but since the service launched back a few years ago, Max has now become kind of like a wasteland when it comes to Cartoon Network, and I want to discuss why this is all happening and what the future of Cartoon Network and this service in general is. So first and foremost, I'm just going to quickly go through the shows that are actually on Cartoon Network's Max section right now, because there's not a lot. You have Adventure Time, the original series Distant Lands, and Fiona and Cake. You have Apple and Onion. You have the Ben 10 reboot, Chowder, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Craig of the Creek, Craig Before the Creek, which is the movie, Ed and Eddie, Lamput, regular show, Steven Universe Future, Teen Titans Go, The Amazing World of Gumball, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, both the Powerpuff Girls original series and reboot, Total Drama Rama, Villainous, We Baby Bears, We Bare Bears, and Total Drama Island. While I did list a handful of shows off to you guys, a decent variety of shows, when you look at Cartoon Network's whole library and what the streaming service had when it first launched, this is a lot less than it initially had, and in my opinion, as the streaming service progresses and goes on, you should be adding more content to it as opposed to taking content away. If you guys don't know, on May 27th of this year is the date that a lot of Cartoon Network shows exited the streaming platform. Most notably was the original Ben 10. And if you guys noticed when I was listing off all the series to you, back in the day when this first launched, you had Ben 10, the original series, Alien Force Ultimate Alien Omniverse, the reboot, plus Ben 10 Race Against Time and Alien Swarm, the two live action films on the service. And now the only piece of Ben 10 that is on this streaming service is the Ben 10 reboot, which is rather unfortunate and rather strange to be seeing. And I kind of began to wonder, why exactly are they doing this? Why exactly are they removing these shows from their streaming service? Is it that they're done with the Ben 10 franchise and that's why all these Ben 10s have exited the service? Are they done showcasing these older Cartoon Network classics and they want to move on from them? No, that's not the answer. That's not the reason why. And the reason why these shows are all being removed is because Warner Brothers Discovery is selling them to other platforms. They're selling the streaming rights to these shows to platforms like Netflix and Hulu. Cartoon Network has a huge presence on Hulu right now. A lot of former Cartoon Network originals are on Hulu exclusively instead of being on Max. The original Ben 10 is now on Netflix after it's been removed from Max. It's no longer on the Warner Brothers Discovery streaming platform. Instead, it's on Netflix because they want to get more money for the rights to these series by selling them to other streaming platforms, having them be the exclusive home for these shows. And this is an issue for a multitude of reasons. First and foremost, if you're a media giant like Warner Brothers Discovery or Disney Plus or Paramount Plus, you know, these companies that have their own streaming services, if you're going to have your own streaming service as these media giants, right? The whole point of it, as I said before, is to have it be the exclusive home to your shows. Have it be the exclusive home to all of the Disney shows on Disney Plus. Have it be the exclusive home to all the CBS Viacom stuff on Paramount Plus, and the same thing goes for Warner Brothers Discovery and Max. But what they're doing now with Max is essentially realizing internally that, hey, we can sell these shows to other platforms for a higher profit than we could by just having them be on our own platform in Max. And at that point, why even bother having your own streaming service if it's going to be a mix and match of what shows you actually decide to put on there? Like, for example, the same thing is happening right now with Batman Caped Crusader. Batman Caped Crusader is a series that's being produced by Warner Brothers Animation, and they have since sold it to Amazon. It's going to be exclusive to Amazon Prime Video. At that point, if you're going to be picking and choosing which shows you actually put on your streaming platform, both past and present, then what's the point of you having an exclusive streaming platform for Warner Brothers Discovery content? At that point, just shut down Max and sell the rights to your series to either Hulu or Netflix Netflix or somewhere else entirely, like Amazon Prime Video. They also have the rights to Merry Little Batman, the little Christmas special they had last year, because at that point, it's like you really have your foot half in the door and half out the door. It's like, what are you trying to accomplish here? You have your own service in Max that a lot of people praised when it first came out. I know I was hating on it. I still am not a huge fan of Max. That's neither here nor there. A lot of people liked the service at launch, but you've made it consistently worse and worse every day that passes, seemingly, since this service initially launched back, what, 2, 3, 4 years ago? So at the end of the day, what is their plan? Because if you're selling all the rights to your shows to these other platforms, then why even bother having your own platform in the first place? Like, for example, there's been rumors for a long time that there's another Ben 10 in development, right? And there's been some rumors out there that they're working on a live action series. I wouldn't put too much into these rumors because, quite frankly, there's been rumors about a live action Ben 10 TV series for a long time, and it has never come to fruition because, quite frankly, there's really no credible source that's backing that information. But nevertheless, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, they're working on a live action Ben 10. Well, if you look over at Netflix lately, they've been doing a lot of live action adaptations of animated series, such as Avatar: The Last Airbender. They have the One Piece live action adaptation. They did one for Cowboy Bebop, for Death Note. They're doing a lot of different live action adaptations on their channel. So what if the Warner Brothers Discovery just decides, hey, we're gonna make a Max original live action Ben 10 series, and they're like, wait one second, what if we sell the rights of that to Netflix instead? What if we have it be a Netflix original show, Ben 10 whatever, the live action series? We can make more money that way. Let's do that. Again, then what is the point of Max? What is the point of me paying you to watch Warner Brothers Discovery content when I'm also going to have to be paying Netflix to do so? I'm also going to have to be paying Hulu to do so. That is not the point of having your own streaming service. I shouldn't have to be having 3 separate subscriptions to be watching all the Cartoon Network classics that I want to watch. Max was meant to be the home for all your favorite Cartoon Network shows, and it really just is an absolute disgrace in my opinion. It's like, what is the point of this service when you're not going to have all your stuff on it? There's some stuff, I believe, even on the Boomerang streaming service that's not on the Max streaming service. It's just such mixed messaging from Warner Brothers Discovery, and I really hope that David Zaslav and the other executives that are making these decisions just kind of knock some sense into themselves, just realize what they're doing, just logically speaking, doesn't make sense. If you want to sell the rights to your show, go for it. But at that point, shut Max down. Don't have it be that you have your own exclusive streaming service, but then at the same time, you're selling the rights of your shows to other streaming services. Pick a lane and stick to that lane. Right now, they're trying to travel down both paths, and in my opinion, that's just going to end up making it even more of a muddied mess than it already is. So pick a lane and stick to it, Warner Brothers Discovery, because right now, Max is absolutely abysmal, and there's really no point to subscribing to Max if you have to then subscribe to Hulu and Netflix to watch all of these Warner Brothers Discovery original series. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about the fact that Warner Brothers Discovery is now removing content from Max in favor of selling them to other streaming platforms? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.